Hi folks, another wee video just dealing with the static lead snap kick, groin kick, whatever you want to call it. This time we're going to deal with a bit of movement, just linear movement backwards and forwards, or forwards and backwards in the case of the demo. We're going to just use the basic pendulum step, which is just step in, switch places, simple as that. That's the basic step we're using. Hope that's easy enough to follow. So to begin with, going forward, right, so what we're going to do is just there. If you remember the first video, everything we learned from the snap kick in the first video, all we're doing is we're stepping in and then throwing the kick. Alright, stepping in, then throwing the kick, so we're bridging the gap a little bit. If we want to get a little bit more advanced with that step, if you remember in the last video with the static kick, we were using the calf muscle and really engaging that first to get the extra energy into the kick. We're going to do the same thing with this, except we're going to get a bit more energy into the kick and also into the forward motion. So we're essentially doing something like, if you watch my feet, we're doing something like this. There. So you can see that. So we're using it to generate the traction forward as well, like that, an idea. Get a bit more distance, judging the distance with our rear leg, essentially. Can go into that at a later date. There. So what's important is that we're initiating the striking tool first. Again, spoke about that in the last video. So we're initiating the striking tool first, but also including it more physically as well. Not just moving it first, but using it to create more traction in the motion as well as it going first, being faster, etc, etc. There. So pulling, kicking. Yeah. So going backwards, what we're looking to do, we're kicking and pendulum backwards. Nice and simple. Okay. Again, if you're caught short, you need to create a bit of distance during a motion. You're not initially going to kick and then try to move backwards. Maybe, but doubtful. We're just looking to develop this type of movement, this type of footwork, so that you can use it in the spur of the moment. If you're caught short, etc, etc, you know, the same thing can be used in many situations, punching knees, if that's your forte, that type of thing. You know, the same kind of footwork can be used to achieve the right distance that you need for optimum striking. So as we get a little bit more advanced with the rear step, what we're going to look to do is we're just going to look to lean back a little bit. So where in the first video we were pushing our hips forward to gain more energy into the movement, in this one, as a retreating step, we're looking to move the hips back a little bit. So we're already kind of moving back as we strike. So you're just there, nice and simple there. If we do that with a little bit of power, then you're here. Nice and simple. Yeah? So you're just gaining that bit of distance back away to move and do what you need to. Nice and simple, linear, forwards and backwards. Not getting too detailed. Any questions? Hit me up in the comments box. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.